So in continuation of a last video, with the help of EST, EFT, LST, LFT, I need to be show how to do this total float, free float, independent float and interference float. So these floats I will give as in this video. So we know the total float, the formula for total float is EST minus LST or EFT minus LFT. So this is the basic formula. Okay, so EST minus LST or EFT minus LFT. So just minus 0 minus 8 and 8 minus 18. So for the total float, you need not take as a negative value. So even though if it is a come as a negative, you take as a positive. Total float as 10. So likewise, you need to be find out the total float for all the activities. Okay, so next one. For the activity 1 to 4, the total float is 8. Because 0 minus 8 is 8 and 5 minus 13 is 8. So both will be of same. So next one, free float. The free float, you having the formula of minimum of EST of succeeding activity minus EFT of corresponding activity. Okay, so minimum of EST of succeeding activity minus EFT of corresponding activity. So just consider this particular activity 2 to 7. 2 to 7, the succeeding activity of 2 to 7 is 7 to 8. Okay, minimum of, if it is junction is that, we need to be take as a minimum value. So here it's only one process that. Okay, so 2 to 7, the minimum of EST of succeeding activity. So here EST is 23. So 23 minus EFT of current duration. EFT of current duration. Current duration CFT is 14. So which is equal to 9. That is the thing I mentioned here. 9 for 2 to 7. The 9 is the free float. So similarly for all the activity you need to be do. Next for independent float. Independent float, the formula is minimum of EST of succeeding activity minus minimum of LFT of preceding activity minus duration of. So to determine the independent float, we know that formula. The formula is minimum of EST of succeeding activity minus minimum of LFT of preceding activity and minus duration of respected activity. So this is the formula to calculate independent float. So now you consider for this activity 4 to 5. For the activity 4 to 5, you having a 3 succeeding activity and the activity 4 to 5, you having the 2 preceding activity. So that's why I consider take this one as an example to find out the independent float. So you know the formula minimum of EST of succeeding activity. So here succeeding activity is EST is here 3 to 7 20 and 5 to 8 is 20 and 5 to 6 is 20. So you take 20 here minus minimum of LFT of preceding activity, that is latest finish time of preceding activity. So 4 to 3 and 4 to 1 is the preceding activity. So minimum LFT here also 13 and here also 13. So no need to worry. So just take this as a 13 minus this 4 to 5 activities current duration is 7 which is equal to 0. Okay, that's why I mentioned here for the activity 4 to 5. For the activity 4 to 5, the independent float is 0. Okay, so likewise you need to be proceeded for all. Okay, so if any activity doesn't have an preceding activity as well as succeeding activity, just you mark it as dash or 0. Okay, so dash or 0. So normally we prefer as 0 here. So because 1 to 2, 1 to 4, 1 to 3 doesn't have any preceding activity. So that's why you mark it as 0. And similarly the 5 to 8, 7 to 8, 6 to 8 doesn't have any succeeding activity. So that's why we mark it as 0. Okay, so next to find out the interference float, you know the formula total float minus free float. So 10 minus 0, 10. 8 minus 8 is 0. So 0 minus 0, 0. Likewise 10 minus 9 is 1. So likewise this process will proceed. So on whole, these comparisons on whole, this is called as a critical path method. Okay, so in addition to that, I already told the float, when float comes as a negative as well as positive when it is a 0. So these three having a different concepts there. When float is positive, the activity needs normal attention but has some flexibility. So that is called as an subcritical activity. So when float is 0, the activity needs extra attention to take care. It is called as an critical activity. And when float is negative, such activity requires very special attention to care. So that is called as an supercritical activity. So in this, with the help of these particular 4 floats, we need to be identified whether the particular activity comes under the category of subcritical activity, critical activity, or supercritical activity. Okay. So that's all from CPM. So thanks for watching. If you have any comments, just mention in comment box. Thank you.